Hi, I'm Randy Altman with Post Perspective. We're here with Autodesk's Ben Fischler. Ben, welcome.
Good to be here.
So Ben, we're here to talk about SIGGRAPH, and you guys actually have a presentation for the show. Can you talk a little bit about what that'll be?
Well, I think you're referring to our Vision series, which we do as kind of a regular annual event for SIGGRAPH. And it's kind of a mix of some of our user customer content, what customers have been doing with our tools. Some of it's kind of forward-looking things that people may not have seen in or may not be aware of. Definitely a little bit more of a production focus with those, with how the studios are using the tools. One example, I think this year we have Rodeo Effects is presenting some of the rigging methods that they've been using with Maya. Another session at the Vision series I think folks will be interested in will feature Weta Digital, focusing on WetaM, which is our collaboration with them. It's basically it's in early beta now, but it's really about cloud collaboration with tools that have been part of Weta's toolkit for some time, built on Maya. And the CEO of Weta Digital, as well as Diana Colella, our VP for the EMS group, will be talking about WetaM and kind of the vision for the collaboration between Weta and Autodesk. We'll also be focusing on a few other, I think, interesting customer stories at the Vision series. Marvel will be talking about production management, how they're using ShotGrid in production. So we've got Lee Griggs, who's an in-house artist who's originally part of the Arnold team. He's going to be showing some of the work that he's been doing with Bifrost and Arnold together. But there's also going to be technical papers that some of our teams are presenting, I think focused on rendering, some folks with the Arnold team. But I think that for most SIGGRAPH attendees, the Vision series is going to be kind of the most interesting piece. If you want to go into the technical papers, if you're a rendering researcher, that kind of thing, you can hit those. A few other Vision series sessions I think people will be excited to check out. There's also, I think, for 3ds Max users, there's going to be a really cool one on how Max is being used to do kind of period piece work for different series. And all of these are available on the website for the Vision series. You can pick and choose which sessions you're interested in. And definitely, I'd encourage everyone to check them out because each one has, I think, an interesting mix of material in it. But you can definitely focus on if you're more interested in Maya or Bifrost or Arnold, that kind of thing. There's a little bit of material for everyone.
So Autodesk has recently updated some of its tools. Can you talk about that a bit?
Probably the most recent one, we had a dot release of Maya, which is Maya 2022.1. And I think the biggest thing that went into that, which I think is particularly interesting, is that it's got a whole new onboarding experience. So for Maya Power users, maybe not as interesting, but for folks who are new to the software, which is a lot of folks, whether in educational settings or just trying it out for the first time. I mean, Maya is a huge package and it can do a lot of things. And one of the pieces of feedback that we've heard consistently over the years, particularly from educators, is that it's very hard to get up to speed with something that's that all-encompassing. Doesn't really matter whether you're more interested in modeling or animation, the tool set is very deep. So with 2022.1, we spent a lot of time with the onboarding experience, making it easier for new users to get into it and actually get productive really quickly. And there's a whole, basically an entirely new onboarding experience that you can either opt into or opt out of. If you're a seasoned user, you don't have to see any of it if you don't want to. And what's cool about it is it's all built on a new framework that anyone can actually use to construct these kind of learning experiences. So a few other things I think that are particularly interesting. There's a new type to search functionality that people have been asking for a long time. This is great because, again, it's a really, really deep tool set, and for folks who want to get really, who a good way to accelerate your workflow is to lean on the type to search, because you can just pop up the tools as fast as you can type them. So that's going to, I think, be something that people will like a lot. And that's one of those features that we've heard for a long time people want. It's in there now. There's also, I think there's a number of performance improvements. The latest versions of Bifrost are integrated, latest versions of Arnold. So again, it's a dot release, so it's not gigantic, but for new users, it will be really, really significant.